Imagine waking up in a world where movement is survival. No alarms, no desk jobs, no sitting in traffic. Just you, your instincts, and the relentless pursuit of food, shelter, and safety. This was life for our ancestors. Every sunrise, they walked miles, trekking game, climbed trees for fruit, carried water from rivers, built shelters with their bare hands. Their bodies were forged in motion. And yet, despite the hardships, their hearts were strong, their muscles powerful, their endurance unmatched. Fast forward to today. The average modern human takes just 3,000 steps a day, a fraction of what we were built for. We wake up, slump onto the couch, stare at screens, shuffle to the kitchen, then to the car, then to a desk where we sit for 8 hours. Our bodies, designed for constant movement, are trapped in a prison of stillness, and the consequences are deadly. But here's the plot twist: we can measure it. A 2023 study published in The Lancet tracked over 1 million people across different lifestyles. Their goal? To answer a simple yet critical question: what happens when we move? The results were staggering. Just 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week, the equivalent of a brisk walk during your lunch break. Reduce the risk of death by 28%. Increase that to 750 minutes. And that number jumped to 42%. Pause for a moment. Let that sink in. A 42% reduction in mortality. No pill, no surgery, no biohacking gimmick has ever come close to that kind of impact. If a pharmaceutical company created a drug with those benefits, it would be worth trillions. But here's the kicker: this miracle cure is free. It's built into our DNA. It's called movement. Yet, modern life has convinced us to ignore it. The consequences are brutal. For those over 65, the math becomes even more terrifying. Low muscle mass increases mortality risk by 50%. A simple fall, a momentary loss of balance, can lead to a hip fracture. And with that, a 21% chance of death, even with surgery. Without it, that number skyrockets to 70%. But here's where the story takes a turn. We don't have to accept this fate. The solution isn't complicated, but it is specific. Think of it as a 4-tiered formula. The more you do, the more you thrive. Let's break it down. Level 1, the bare minimum. Even if you have the busiest schedule on earth, there's always time to move. Take walking meetings instead of Zoom calls. Park farther from the entrance. Use a standing desk. Aim for 4,000 steps a day. Just enough to keep your brain sharp, your memory strong, your blood pumping. Studies show even this small effort boosts cognitive function and slows brain aging. Movement isn't just about longevity. It's about staying sharp, vibrant, and alive. Level 2. Strength is survival. Lifting weights isn't just for bodybuilders. It's your insurance policy against aging. 3 to 4 sessions of resistance training per week can cut your mortality risk in half. More muscle means better metabolism, stronger bones, and a body that can withstand the test of time. Last year, I put on 10 pounds of muscle simply by showing up consistently. You can too. And trust me, your future self will thank you. Level 3. The engine upgrade. Your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells, are screaming for movement. Enter Zone 2 training. This is the sweet spot where endurance is built. Find your target heart rate, 220 minus your age. Then take 60 to 70% of that number. 3 to 4 45-minute sessions a week will turn your body into an efficient energy burning machine. Level 4, the metabolic hack. For those ready to take it up a notch, high intensity interval training. HIIT is your secret weapon. 1 minute of all out effort, 1 minute of recovery, repeated for 15 minutes. This is a metabolic reset. It doesn't just burn calories, it reprograms your entire energy system. Imagine upgrading your body's software in just a few short bursts of movement. That's the power of intensity. Now, here's the real question. Will you move or will you wither? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The modern world is a slow, silent killer. It lulls us into complacency with convenience. It replaces adventure with screens, motion with machines. It whispers the lie that sitting still is harmless, but the data doesn't lie. Every moment you choose not to move, your body inches closer to decay. The muscles shrink, the bones weaken, the heart struggles, and before you know it, your body, once built for the wild, becomes a fragile shell of what it could have been. But you have a choice. You can reclaim what was lost. You can rewrite the ending. You can take that first step, literally. Because movement isn't just about fitness, it's about survival. It's about living a life that is not just long, but powerful, capable, resilient. Move or die. The math doesn't lie.